Hello everyone, we'll continue the chapter Seeds, Structure and Germination. Today we'll be discussing about the topic germination. As you all have already studied about germination, what is germination? Germination is nothing but the process in which the seed gets transformed into a seedling, okay, from the developed embryo. Now, let us first go through the points the seeds contain a dormant embryo. What is the meaning of dormant? Dormant means what? Resting phase. Okay, so when the seed is dry and is immature, it contains an embryo which is in its resting phase. When placed under proper condition, the dormant embryo becomes active and starts growing into a seedling. So when the seeds are in its dry stage, we think that the seeds are in inactive phase, but there are certain chemical reactions that takes place in the seeds which we don't know, but once they get a favorable condition, they start growing into a seedling. So germination is a process of seedling developed from the embryo. So this is the definition of germination. Now let us see the conditions necessary for germination. So the first one is water. As we know, water is the most important factor for the germination of seed, as it helps in the rupture of tough seed coat, allowing elongating radicle to come out, then initiates chemical reaction and activate enzymes to convert stored food into dissolved form so that the seed can easily absorb them. So water is very much necessary for the continuation of the chemical reactions, which is important for the germination of the seed. Next factor is suitable temperature. An optimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius is very much important. If the seeds are placed in lower temperature than 25 degrees Celsius, then the seeds will not germinate because it will not activate the enzymes present in the seed. And if the temperature exceeds 35 degrees Celsius, then the seeds will not fill, the enzymes of the seeds will be destroyed and the germination won't take place. So a suitable temperature, an optimum temperature is required for the germination. And the third one is oxygen. Oxygen is utilized for the oxidation of food that releases energy, and this energy is then utilized in the process of cell division and the growth. So all living organism that those all perform the process which is known as respiration, that is breakdown of food to give energy. So in this case, plants also require oxygen for germination. Okay, now these were the conditions necessary for germination. In the next slide we'll be starting with the experiments on germination. First of all, to prove that water is necessary for germination, how we'll prove? We'll take two beaker A and beaker B. In beaker A, we'll place some dry cotton wool, and upon that we'll place some dry seeds or non-germinated seeds. We'll take another beaker B, in which we'll place a wet cotton wool, and then we'll place the seeds, okay, dry seeds. After 2 days, what we'll find that the seeds which are placed in beaker A will not germinate, as water is not present in this beaker. But at the same case, in the second beaker, that is beaker B, the seeds will start germinating because they are placed in wet cotton wool, which will help them to germinate. It contains water which will help them to germinate. So hence we can show that water is necessary for germination. Okay, so this experiment you can perform it at your home, and you can observe the differences. Now coming to the next experiment to prove that temperature is necessary for germination, or suitable temperature is necessary for germination. So again, we'll take two beaker A and beaker B. Beaker A, will place it inside the box which contain ice cubes, or we can keep it inside a refrigerator. We'll take a beaker B and we'll place it in a normal temperature, in a normal room temperature, okay, with a wet cotton wool. And in this also we'll place it in a wet cotton wool, okay. Now we'll observe it after few days. What we'll find that the seeds which were kept in the refrigerator, or which was kept where the ice cubes were there, will not germinate. But the seeds which were kept in a room temperature, that germinated as they got a good favorable temperature, optimum temperature to grow. So hence we can conclude that a suitable temperature is necessary for germination. Next experiment is to prove that air, that is oxygen, is necessary for germination. Oxygen is necessary for germination. So for this we can take two conical flask A and flask B. Here we'll lower one test tube which will contain pyrogallic acid, and here we'll lower one test tube which will contain water. Now what is the work of this pyrogallic acid? Pyrogallic acid absorbs oxygen, helps in absorption of oxygen. And here we have taken water which will not absorb oxygen, okay. Now what we'll do, we'll keep the seeds here also, here in this we'll provide them with water as well. After several days, what we will observe? We'll observe that the seeds which were present in flask B got germinated, but the seeds which were placed in flask A not germinated. Why? Because in beaker A, a substance was kept that is known as pyrogallic acid, that will absorb oxygen, and oxygen is necessary for the germination of seeds. So the seeds will not germinate. While in this case, in beaker B, what you can see, there is presence of oxygen inside the flask, so that will be absorbed by the seeds and the seeds will germinate. So hence we can prove that air is necessary for germination. Now let us see the next experiment, a famous experiment, that is a 3 bean seeds experiment. In this, what we have done, we have taken one beaker, a slide, we have poured some water to some level in it, and then we placed 3 seeds, seed A, seed B and seed C, in such a way that seed A is not immersed in water. Seed B is partially immersed in water and partially it is present above the surface of water. Seed C is totally immersed in water. Now, after few days, what will be the results? The results will be the middle seed will germinate because it gets both oxygen and water. The top seed or the seed A will not germinate because it is getting only oxygen, not water. The bottom seeds will not germinate, or it will stop germinating after few time, because it gets only water and few little amount of oxygen which is dissolved in water. So it will germinate for a little while and then it will stop germinating. So hence we can prove that both oxygen and water is necessary for germination. If the seed is provided only with oxygen, it will not germinate, or the seed is provided only with water, it will not germinate properly. But if the seed is provided with both oxygen and water, it will germinate very efficiently. So these are the experiments which proves that an optimum temperature is required. Oxygen is required for germination, as well as water is required for germination. Okay, so in the next video we'll be talking about the types of germination.